So we actually have Rue on TeamViewer Zader, which is why
Mm,
Rue is muted.
is he AFK?
Yeah, we lost it. It's okay.
It's fine. It's
Sure, it
fine.
doesn't matter.
Oh, stream started. I don't know if that means like the stream is live or we gotta wait 2 minutes till it's live.
Who said it was live? Oh, did you press live?
Uh, no, because Rue said stream started. So does that mean it's
Oh, it might be
live
live.
or
It
it's
could be live. There's one way to check that.
yeah, that's true. Time to tune in.
Good mod. Oh yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah, not yet
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Okay,
not yet,
okay.
not yet. Okay. Um, but you can switch monitors in TeamViewer
I
by clicking
think.
the monitor switch button.
Oh, wait, you
It's on
should
the
tell her
top.
that. You should
Hold
tell
on.
her that right now.
I'm typing an announcement. Okay. Here. Where's Shimmy Shimmy?
Yeah, I just changed it right now. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Everything looks good so far.
Um, Stream is blanked.
Yeah, or it's like a black screen, right?
Black screen. No, I think because I can't even hear anything either. Oh no! Oh, okay, I can hear the game opening.
I mean, there's a small delay because I think she said she's restarting Valorant, so
I
I
can't
keep
hear
forgetting
us.
there is a delay. Okay, let's
I
see.
feel, I feel like we've been talking for a while and we haven't heard us.
It's about to come through right now.
Rui's in the party.
Wait. Yeah. What? Oh, I hear our voices coming through the stream now. Okay.
I think it's your stream delay because I don't hear our voices.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, there it is for you now. I hear you because what we said earlier. The stream is black screen. It just came through right now.
Yeah, I came through. This is the longest 2 minute. Good enough. Okay, at least it works.
Okay. So everything works. So
Yeah.
chilling.
Spooky. All right, well, have fun with that one. I have my stuff here. Yeah, welcome chat. Welcome everyone. Hope you all are excited. Day 2. Browntail on hand. Alongside Zader. Monkey.
I think everyone should be in here already. I think so.
Sure.
Cause let's see, how many people do we have in here? We have 9 in the observer slot. 10, 11, 15 people.
And there's 5 of us here, so that should be all 15.
Yeah, that should be all of us. Okay.
I need the
Coin, flip, Google.
Are both teams here?
Yeah, both of them are here.
Okay.
He popped me out the wrong window. Trying to look
I just
for-
did the coin flip, but if you want to settle all the map ban stuff, you can right now.
Just to confirm, it's one team picks a side and the other gets to pick first map ban, right?
Yeah, and then the person that picks a side is the team that banned last, I think, right? Because it goes one.
There's 6 maps though, so what ends up happening is one team picks the first ban, but another team will pick the last ban.
Oh, just
They,
defense.
they said earlier that they both agreed to pick Fracture.
Oh.
I don't know
Okay.
if you want to confirm that, if they're still doing that.
Let me see.
No need for map
Arby's.
bans, we just said don't fracture.
I mean, both teams are literally
This is
from
an
the same
in-house.
group. This is literally an in-house. Okay. Sesame Soldiers, by the way, are 1-1 right now.
Oh yeah.
How exciting!
Okay.
And then
Zader and Run
Kaskaskins.
casting. Do you guys have any tips for observing at first time?
There's numbers. Use the number bar to find the
Yeah.
agents. They're all in order. 1 through 0
Okay.
is all in order of like the agents on the top bar. Red is always attackers and green's always defenders.
Yeah.
And
then,
you kind of have to guess. You kind of have to anticipate what's going to happen. Like use your greatest smoke controller skills to anticipate what's going to happen. And you gotta be like looking at the map and like kind of determine
yeah.
what
And then
what that
F should
contact's
be
gonna
the default projectile tracking key.
Yeah.
F is your favorite button for following Silva dumps.
Dude, that's such a cool feature. Like, I love that aesthetic so much.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a feature. I thought like they manually panned with that.
I did too.
Crazy.
Do you guys
Yeah,
ever use the preset cams? Because they're really cool, but then like you can't really select which preset to use. So like,
They're very inconsistent. I mean, you could press equal signs to cycle, and then you can use shift and the agent number, and it will pick the best camera angle for that agent
oh shit, I
from the
didn't know
farthest agent. It's just very inconsistent in terms of like which angle. Sometimes it gives you a garbage angle, and sometimes it gives you the sight. Yeah, so shift and agent number.
All right, should we just get started then here? Because I think both teams are. Alright, I'm just getting started.
Okay, well, great. How exciting. Good luck, world. Good luck, Zader.
Good luck.
And
Yeah.
good luck to both teams too. Alongside Zader, Brown's on hand, and we've got the instigators in-house essentially. It's the Sesame Soldiers on the attacking side versus Kafka's Kittens on the defender side. The Sesame Soldiers are 1-1 so far in the tourney. Kafka's Kittens 0-2. They both agree to pick Fracture for whatever reason. And I guess this is what happens when both teams are from the same team, same overall team, the Instigators.
Yeah, and this is interesting. This is actually the first time that I've seen Fracture being played tournament-wise, or at least been able to cast one. So definitely exciting. Most teams kind of shy away from Fracture, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies and developments we see here today on this Fracture map.
Of course, to see all the neon hovers to protect their picks from being street sniped with a 2-minute delay. And it looks like as they finally pick their selections here, I'm most interested to see what smokes they pick. And there's a lot of places to cover, whether you're on the attacker or defending side. And it looks like the smokes here are going to be the Omen on Corny, which is new. Corny, I swear, only plays Killjoy, but this time the Omen coming out. And then you see Lemon, we have seen Lemon play Asher in previous games.
Yeah, I'd like the Omen switch here because, I mean, KJ is super strong on this map. You can kind of just plan her down on a site and just have her hold, especially over on A. Extremely strong over there. But when you already have this kind of cipher pick, having that extra set of smokes behind you, so you've got all your flashes, you've got all your bases covered. I think Omen with the buff is going to be super strong here, as this map is a lot about rotating around and movement, so I like not being locked into the site with these new Omen upgrades that he got in this latest patch.
Our observer today is Mr. Cookie Jars. Love to have him observing. It's his first time. He gets to be excited and look at all these wonderful camera views, including this view of the other side of attacker spawn. usually called bridge. I don't even call it bridge, honestly. I just call it the other side, to be honest with you. But this just shows how there's two different starting spots for the attackers to go onto site here.
And it looks like we're going to have a straight-up knife duel to start this off. I'm absolutely loving it here.
Lots of activity here in Dish. Oh, Byung is going to take some damage here, Zader. And Lemon does get the first kill.
Spike down.
No 1v1s allowed here. It's
One
just a
enemy
full-on
remaining.
brawl going out, all coming down to Shimmy Shimmy, staring down 4. Not much you can do right there. 4 players running at you, and that's going to be a very quick 1-0 coming out here for Kafka's Kittens.
So a nice knife round. Actually, that might have been one of the fastest knife rounds we had in the tournament so far.
I always love a good knife round. I love teams that start off with that. It's just so much fun.
So 1-0, and Kafka's Kittens really needed that knife round. Now they're going to look to get some more going here as they have bought out some Spectres and the Ares from Bell. We've seen this before. And they're going straight towards B, but they're going to be challenged here by Lemon. Oh, that's a lot of damage there on that Astra.
Ooh, Lemon able to get the kill out into tower, but not able to survive. We do have a couple of cleanup kills here coming out from the defending team. Kafka's Kittens trying to secure out. This is a tough spot being trapped up here in tower as they're getting pinched from both sides. Bud Sauce managing to catch out one, but unfortunately, you kind of just get trapped in there. It's so easy to pinch into tower. It's a great spot to have control over, but it's tough once you start getting that the retake rotates coming in, because it's very easy to get trapped, and there's only so many angles you can peek at one time.
In Khan Academy, we are seeing the Reyna here. That's their sub for Kafka's Kittens, and Khan Academy is very good on the Reyna in previous Instigators in-houses, and right here you saw that 3K. Right now with 4 kills, 2 rounds in, and Kafka's Kittens are up 2-0 in the round, and now straight on to B once again, no fear. And oh, the dash straight in to Siu and Khan Academy.
Shots coming out, Shimmy Shimmy backing up here, trying to get a little bit more room, some utility going down, getting onto site pretty easily. Young with the first kill here, taking that tower control, finding a second. And this is what I was saying, that tower control is so strong. You can peek so many angles having control of this, but you have to be careful of this flank. Out on the side, and Young sniffs it out, catching out Bell. All of a sudden, it's just Slim J alone here, and Young is going to walk away with a 4K here, setting the team up on their first point, 1-2.
So Sesame Soldiers get on the board after that 4K from Byung. And we've seen the Neon a lot in the last tourney, especially on Haven. Very useful key on Fracture given the fast lane that Byung has in this situation. He just ends up spraying everyone, so it doesn't really matter the utility that this Neon has. But you gotta be careful as the Sesame Soldiers look to keep the momentum going. Looks like they're going to try to go A, but they're going to be met by the Cypher traps and setups here. We'll see if it works out for Slim J.
Let's lurk over onto Door here, coming out from CU. She has a good chance to get a quick peek on this, but unfortunately nobody wants to look over at Door. We have the cages coming out immediately as soon as Slim J sees something going on, but unfortunately wasn't quick enough on the react. CU there with the flank to come in, but the trade is immediately there. Spike now going down over onto A. The rotation a little bit slow here coming out from Kafka's Kittens, but they do manage to get the kill, almost equalizing these numbers. That sound cue is huge, though. Corny knows exactly where Bell is right now. Should be a quick tap, and there it is. Coming down now to Lemon. Not much in the utility bank right now. Swapping out to try and get the Vandal. A little bit more firing power here, but Pookie playing backside side. She should be able to get the crossfire, but isn't needed. Corny with the 3-piece right there. 2, excuse me.
Yeah, it's all tied up. Great valiant effort there by the Astra. Lemon having to fight through all those Cypher cages there to retake, and Corny able to hold down the fort, and it's all tied up 2-2.
Yeah, and this map is so huge. I really like the Neon pick coming out from both teams here. This map, you have so much potential to just run down sites. It's a little bit shorter of a travel getting out to the bomb site itself, but you also have a lot of potential to be able to rotate. You have straight through the defender spawn. You can play both sides pinching into the point. As we can see coming out from Sesame Soldiers here early on, they're liking this double approach. I think the Neon plays are going to be very instrumental in taking each site, whether it's a retake or just straight onto with these extra lanes available. And as I say that, Neon going down for the defending team, CU getting double peaked from B main, and we have a very slow rotation coming out here from the defending team. Slim J still holding down over on A. Double peak coming out here through Jenny and Canteen.
And notice, Zader, they've planted it there in that triangle area. That means the defenders have to get onto site to get that defuse going.
Oh, and shimmy with the shimmies. Trying to dodge those shots right there. Able to get out alive. But there is going to be a double peek here that's going to be tough to get out from, but manages to get out. 7 HP and a dream as the bomb is ticking down. Looking for exit kills here. Khan finding one. Pookie finding one for her team as well. This is going to bring defenders finally to their first strong buy of the round, or of the match so far. They're going to be able to full buy. They do have a Spectre coming out here for Lemon. Utility, obviously a little bit more important here for the Astra, being able to shut down those sight lines here. It looks like we have another split push.
Yeah, you saw here, Zader, that the Sesame Soldiers, once again, they take the first 2 rounds really scouting out their opposition, and they've won 3 rounds in a row. This is something that we've seen out of the Sesame Soldiers, and now they're going to look for 4 with this full buy that they still have.
Bell putting down this wall, trying to trap anything that could come out from Satellite, but unfortunately wasn't paying attention to it. Shimmy, managing to shut down some of this defense here. Slim J goes down as well. This is going to be a free A site.
Gosh, and that is so huge, Zader, because that took down the Cypher trips, and Pookie is able to get that plant without having to deal with those traps.
Last player standing.
Byung playing very aggressively here, trying to get those quick peaks. Unfortunately pays the price for it, but now it's just down to Khan. 1v4 situation here. They know where Khan is at. Shots coming out, not quite connecting. Khan is able to get out with 20 HP. At this point, I think you just want to try and hide this one out. See if you can save the gun for next. This is going to be a firing squad coming around this corner right here. As Corny secures the final kill.
You know, Khan Academy had a couple of choices. He had the Empress up, which was a potential option to ult, maybe get a pick and try to isolate these one-on-ones. But in this case, the Reyna for the Kafka Kittens decides to save the ult, and you know, the firing squad coming through. Definitely, that was definitely a good save there. It could go either way, but you don't want to count out the Empress of Khan Academy.
Absolutely. And speaking of ultimates, we do have 4 ready to come online for the defending team right here. Fortunately, Bell instantly taken out. A nice flash coming out from Spud Sauce and a second pick to cap it out. This should bring the rotation, but Bomb is already going to be going down. Spike is going down. Pushed in from CU with the finger guns. These can be so strong if the movement is there, but the blind instantly coming in, shutting that down immediately, and it's a 4v1 down to Khan once again here, fighting for their life over in Canteen.
I really like that overdrive attempt from Byung, but that paranoia was so strong as Shimmy gets that finishing kill. It just makes it so hard to get back on. I think CU was trying to do some massive damage with those fingers, but that spike planted there in the triangle in the corner over there on B. for retakes here for Kafka's Kittens, they're gonna have to figure out how to break through this post plant from Sesame Soldiers.
Yeah, and I mean,
Here.
it really comes down
Here.
to how fast you can rotate in this map, because the way that Sesame Soldiers are playing this, they're playing very split. They want to try and get one pick, and then they're going to go and move in on that. You can see they're playing both sides of the map. They're favoring over onto A, which is a good read here from Kafka's Kittens as they pick up 2 immediate kills right there. See you with the heal. Spike is still coming out A long here. Or A main, excuse me, but we do have the flank already set up.
And I like what Kafka's Kittens did there as they get the spike down as well. They took down so many people on the attacking side on Dish. And now that the spike is down, the numbers advantage in favor of Kafka's Kittens.
Just down to Spud Sauce trying to get 1 kill out of this round, and unfortunately not there. The Odin Power mowing him down over into drop, and this is it's kind of an unexpected defense, especially for this map, stacking 4 onto one side and pushing down. It was a great read there from Sesame Soldiers, being able to double peek, set up the crossfire. Totally caught from Kafka's Kittens. It caught Sesame Soldiers completely off guard there.
Yeah, and we see this a lot, a strategy from both Instigators teams. They like to spend a round to push out. What's different on Fracture, though, is there's 4 extra sections to go out. And now you see the aggression returning from Sesame Soldiers as the overdrive comes out from Byung.
I like this play coming out here from Kafka's Kittens. They're going to back off. They're going to play a full retake. They're going to wait for the entire team. They're not going to try and take these 1v1 fights. We do have a couple of players down on both sides. Trades immediately coming out. The Empress not enough with the Odin here. Is going to leave CU all alone by herself here as Spike is going to go down over in triangle once more. Spud Sauce could have the timing on that. Fortunately, CU was ready. No, Spike is down over in the corner.
But CU is going to have to get over the Cypher traps from Pookie. Oh my goodness, but it doesn't even matter, Zader. Look at that tree finisher there.
I love that tree. That skin is so beautiful. I love seeing that.
Clutch.
That was I like the way that Kafka's Kittens are starting to play these retakes. They're getting a little bit, shaking off the rust a little bit. They're warming up. They're getting their communication right. And you saw as the push was coming in from Sesame Soldiers, Kafka's Kittens backed up. And they said, we're not going to try and fight this. If they're going to come in hard and fast, they have the finger guns, and that is absolutely lethal, getting caught out in a 1v1. So being able to rein it back and just do a full push as a retake, I think was absolutely the best way to go about it.
I don't know how to turn off.
Couple of peaks coming out now.
Concealment.
A B push looks like it's developing, but nothing quite just yet. They're going to side better and run over to A. The information coming out from Shimmy Shimmy that it's just Cypher over there, but we do have CU coming in, holding down over onto ropes again, trying to check for this door.
Smart move.
Catching out Shimmy Shimmy, but immediately Byung was there for the trade.
Yeah, nice crosshair placement there. They were ready for that shot, and now Bell being able to rest. CEO should have been huge, but Pookie is there to get that other kill, and all of a sudden it's all up to Corny. A disaster for the attacking side Sesame Soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it was kind of play back, you know, wait for your a little bit of trolling here. But it comes down to they're playing more coordinated as a team. They're taking these retakes as a team. And once you have the numbers advantage, it's something that we talked about yesterday, but something that continues to always be true. Whoever has more people or more teammates alive during the spike plant usually comes out the winner on that. So being able to pull back, get your team group together, set up your crossfires, absolutely essential. Bring the double peaks. That's how you got to play it. 2v1 is always going to win.
We have to mention here that both Instigators teams, they play off of momentum, and now it's the defending side, Kafka's Kins, that won the last 3 rounds in a row. It's all tied up here, 5-5. We'll see how the last 2 rounds go here, Zader.
Gotta go.
A lot of utility here coming out from. Oh my! Lemon said she did, or he did not care about any of the utility coming out there.
Standing.
Immediately picking up 3, Bell with the 4th, and now it's just down to Corny with the spike. Knows everybody here is on A, on B, excuse me, trying to take an off angle. That's not going to work out as Slim J has the neural network available, makes quick work of Corny, bringing us 5-6. We could see a tie coming out here in the first half.
And the reason why Lemon had no fear was because Lemon completely figured out what the strategy was for Sesame Soldiers going on through B main. When the Cypher Cages came up to cover, you also have to look out for the gravity well, and once that was used, everyone was sucked in. You either have to run out with your knife or you just have to shoot somewhere, and once you have the gravity well out, everyone just lined up, and an easy 3K for the Astro.
Do you have knives available for Shimmy Shimmy here, as well as the Astro Wall coming out from Lemon? 1 pick already over onto B, not quite enough to bring out the full rotate. Oh, and Shimmy Shimmy with the moves, manages to catch out Bell, shutting down the off. That's absolutely huge here. They able to get Spike down. Khan through the smokes again. More smoke kills coming out in this tournament. You absolutely love to see it. Shimmy Shimmy trying to hold down the angle.
Shadows, no charges.
Blocking off this retake attempt. The wall coming out from CU here.
That's an interesting cosmic divide. I don't know if it really covers main here, but it's working out here for the defenders, and it certainly has worked out for Kafka's Kins.
Yeah, beautiful retake, playing with the team, coordinated retake push. If they continue this kind of coordination going on to the attacking side, this could be absolutely massive. This could swing the momentum. You can see the round changes. They were down pretty decently there in the beginning. I think they were down by 2, maybe 3 rounds in the beginning, and now they're going into this half switch, 2 rounds up.
Yeah, and I think that last round was really important. You saw Bell getting killed there by Shimmy Shimmy, and it was huge. I mean, the op was very scary for the attackers to face, and once the op went down, you can see the confidence coming out from the Sesame Soldiers, and now they have the lead 7-5.
Looks like no knife round coming out here on the switch. We're just going to play this one straight out. Instant push here over on the A, coming out from Kafka's Kittens. Playing a little bit of mind games. Smokes coming down, shutting down those lines of sight here as we have Lemon pushing in from a drop. Gonna be the first one to see anybody. Ooh, but the camera comes out, scares him off just a little bit, and Khan instead pushing on a point, gets caught out by Pookie, but the trade is there for Bell, picking up 2. That's gonna open up the site as Lemon catches out Corny, and now it's just gonna be the rotate. Oh, and we have Slim J lurking here, does get the pickup onto Spud Sauce, and it's all down to Byung on this Neon, trying to see if they can take any of this eco away.
That was a nice first kill there from Byung, but it's going to be just so hard for this Neon to get on. Nice play by Bell getting those 2 Sheriff kills. And the numbers advantage is going to make it hard for this Neon to retake.
And this is so tough here, playing into drop. It's a great initial set. Ooh, a nice head tap there from Byung. But see you there for the trade. Gonna bring 8-5, but playing on drop it's such a double-edged sword. It's so strong to have in the beginning of the round because you have that perfect angle down onto a main, and you're able to take cover back there. You can back off a little bit further into satellite, and you can play, as we saw, that kind of headshot angle where you're not quite head glitching, but you got those couple of pixels that you can shoot. It's super strong, but once you get into that position where Spike's down and you're trying to retake, there's nowhere to go. It is a straight drop, very, very dangerous angle to play. So good on, Byung to be able to get some kills out of that. But we do have this next round already underway. Full save round coming out from the Sesame Soldiers and over into Tower. Bell was immediately ready for Byung. Wall goes down, delaying the delaying any kind of push coming out here from Kafka's Kittens.
Last player standing.
And a split rotation again is going to bring a quick victory here. Bring 9-4 for Kafka's Kittens.
Yeah, that was great execute going from B main onto site, and you saw that kill from Bell onto Byung and Tower. That's the one place you have to look for a peek. A lot of defenders like to hide in Tower, but combined with you have the fast lane to work with, you got the stage wall to work with. Once you get on the side and you lose that tower control, it's going to be so hard to retake B.
Looks like here a bonus round, excuse me, coming out from Kafka's Kittens. They're just going to keep these Spectres. You don't expect them to win this, but as many kills as they can get here coming out. Corny immediately taking out Khan Academy, as well as Shimmy onto Lemon. That's going to immediately put the number advantage here for Sesame Soldiers. Holding it down. See you with the spike, trying to decide if the rotate is going to be there. Continue pushing on to A.
Yeah, and the numbers advantage just keep getting worse. You saw that Guardian kill coming out from Spud Sauce, the Breach, and now with the more players you have on defense, the better, because you can hold so many more angles, and it's going to be up to Siu and Bell to figure out how they're going to approach this.
That interesting. Normally you don't see anybody take rope during mid round. It's so open and scary, just like that. Bell sold that one a little bit over into chat. We're not going rope is going to give the initiative over to Shimmy Shimmy to go check rope. So that is going to bring us 9-6. But you love to see the friendly banter here.
Yeah, and the Sesame Soldiers, they figured out, they know each other very well. They probably could anticipate the game plan for each other. But, great defense there by the Sesame Soldiers to anticipate where the Kafka Kittens could go with only 2 players. They probably have to play together. And once one is spotted out, you can start to clamp them down a little more as Spud Sauce takes down the traps of Slim J here with the kill.
Aggressive peek from Spud Sauce, paying off very well here as Lemon lurking over into Tower, but the fight is developing over onto A. Lemon could get a cheeky kill on the rotate here. Still in, the double peek was there. Khan managed to find out Pookie, but Shimmy was there for the trade. And that's going to bring the full rotation over onto B.
Look at this, Zeta. They have B wide open with all of that activity on A. Really distracted the defense, and now the Astra Smoke's making it a little bit harder for the retake.
Wall coming out to deny some of those sites, protecting out Bell just a little bit better. All 3 angles being held, and Shimmy Shimmy trying to get the cheeky angle right there. Think they can spot anybody in triangle. Byung does catch out CU Shimmy on the Bell. Now it comes down to Astra in the utility to see if there's any kills that can come out here, try and prevent this spike, but Shimmy Shimmy was ready for that. And I really like the heads-up play here coming out from Kafka's Kittens. The trigger discipline from Lemon to not try and take that fight. You could see over on rope going up to Tower, Lemon was kind of chasing down Byung over there, decided better of shooting, and that brought out the full rotate, got them a little bit more money in the bank. Unfortunately, they weren't able to fully secure that plant and get the round win, but they did get a little bit of money. And they need it right now. They're going in with broken buys. They can't afford to give up too many more rounds here, as we do have a full buy coming out here from Sesame Soldiers.
And once again, a very early gravity well. I find that a little interesting, but they are throwing out the breach utility to flash as well from Spud Sauce to delay this push on.
They're definitely respecting the aggression here coming out. They got picked out early by Spud Sauce last round. They wanted to see if they could get that easy pick, and unfortunately, turned out that Con accidentally got picked off trying to get in there, trying to get that extra pick, and now we have a full A push developing. Pookie staying as the anchor is going to get that call out, and we see the rotation already coming around. Shimmy Shimmy going to be going up through into Satellite. Pookie managing to find 3, and the cleanup. Shimmy Shimmy was not even needed in that fight. Great comms coming out from Pookie there, and a good defensive collapse from Sesame Soldiers.
I like the idea of Kafka's Kittens going up to A tower, and they anticipate the fast rotation through CT spawn. But Pookie able to lock it down. You'd think that Pookie would have been pinched, but instead a 3K out from that Cypher for Sesame Soldiers.
Playing that off angle, definitely a power move right there. That's very easy to get pinched, but played it correctly there from Pookie, and now we have Shimmy Shimmy catching out Lemon. This A push. Ooh, Bell was there for the trade. And
yet another
available.
Another smoke kill, Zader.
Another smoke kill. Pookie now trying to delay this A push. Traps and cages coming out, but unfortunately, Slim J was able to get the trade on that. We see the rotation coming out now. Byung getting the pick over into drop.
And the attackers have the info they need thanks to the Neuro Theft. They know there's 2 main and 1 drop.
But the double peek is too strong. Spud Sauce and Corny were able to get that kill, open it up for Byung to be able to push down into sight. You saw they were looking over towards A main, expecting that double push to come a little bit faster, but the timing there, the coordination for the double push, absolutely massive there for the defending team.
Yeah, and Spud Sauce and Corny are a very great duo. You do not want to face against them when both of them are alive together. And they, like you said, Zeta, they made the space for Byung to get in, and that 3K helps out the defending side Sesame Soldiers as they've won the last 4 rounds in a row to tie back up.
And you have a massive advantage coming in for Sesame Soldiers as well, not only from Eco. They can afford to be a little bit risky here as Shimmy Shimmy immediately domes Con over into drop. That's going to give them the info that it's mostly going to be Byung with another kill, but defenders are already set up onto B. This should be a pretty open and shut round here, but they have not only the eco advantage here going into this round, they also have the ultimates. They're not going to pop them on this round. This is going to be a save round, and it's already 5-3 here. They heard a couple of footsteps. Byung lying in wait here.
Yeah, and I like that from Byung. He knows exactly what's going to happen here, and it's going to pay off for Byung. Wow. Wow, Zader. And you know why this happened? It's because Byung and Shimmy Shimmy, they cleared out attacker's side bridge. They knew no one was there after the kill, and it seemed like there was only so many directions that Kafka's Kittens could go. And an easy 4K. Great game sense by the Neon for Sesame Soldiers.
Yeah, and there was just one slight little footstep there that was underground that tipped off Byung that there for sure was somebody there holding down that angle and managing to find 3, shutting down any potential to try and steal some guns here for Kafka's Kittens. Now we have an aggressive push here developing onto A. Immediately get tagged out by the Cypher. That's going to bring the rotation out. That's going to go hard and fast on here. Shimmy Shimmy taking a couple of shots, trying to deny some of the space. Pookie managing to pick out Lemon, and the trades begin. Corny finding 2. And just as soon as that push started, it's down to just CU. Unfortunately, not able to turn anything her way on that round.
Yeah, I think that Kafka's Kittens got a little too excited there. They love to play aggressive, and I guess they felt they had to make a change of pace here. Instead, the Sesame Soldiers were ready for that attack on A, and a lot of them stayed alive. That's going to be huge. You see their economies later. They're going to be so rich going into the next couple of rounds, and they only need 2 more to win the game.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to strong coordination here from Kafka's Kittens to be able to get every kill that they can. I know that sounds really dumb, but they need to try and crush this economy if they have any chance of winning out these last couple of rounds and taking the win.
Oh my goodness, Zader, you see that ult from Corny here?
Absolutely massive info coming out. They're gonna know it's immediately A. You see the collapse coming in.
Player standing. Spike down A.
Yeah, great collapse, and it's going to be so hard for Khan Academy Zader. I don't know if he has it in his hand.
I mean, they were able to find 2 kills.
Match point.
You would have liked to have seen more, obviously. Try and get as much eco away. Try and get yourself the kill bonuses, because going into this potentially last round with a split buy is going to be tough. I think right here you really have to get down to the mind games. They've been pushing A, they've been pushing into the Cypher all game long. I think if they play underground a little bit and just try and isolate off B quickly but quietly, that's going to be their best bet here to keep the Dream alive here going into potentially the last round of the match here.
And I like this up buy from Spud Sauce. He's been so good with the Guardian. And now that op is going to make things a little difficult for the Kafka's Kittens. It might actually change their minds.
You see the ping come out over onto B. They spotted out Bell, which is going to split the defenders. I really like this play. As you trying to hold it down, unfortunately gives up the info here. Byung knows somebody's over there. Oh, and Bell manages to find one, but was instantly collapsed on. This is going to bring a full rotation over to B. Lemon alone with the spike.
I don't know if I like this. It's also smoked down. We know that there's Cypher trips here. I don't think Lemon should push this.
Ooh, no way. Lemon splitting the gap between them, managing to get on site for free. Spike going down A. This is going to be tough. Spike goes down. The defenders haven't realized just yet that it's over on A.
I know exactly where you are.
Neural theft coming out, giving all of the information here over to Lemon. Trying to hold down the spike, but they're still pushing over to B. Not quite sure that it's over on A.
Corny is throwing utility on B. That's such a waste of the paranoia and the smokes. But now they finally play together. I don't know if they have enough time for this.
Oh, and the spacing. Nobody's checked the corner. That's... Oh, Lemon! Nobody checked the corner. That was the perfect positioning right there. What a bold play.
That was great gameplay by Lemon. I don't think anyone should have. You should never push with the spike yourself. I guess except if you're the Astra for Kafka's Kittens, and great patience. You would have thought that they would have known that someone was on A when the tripwires were shot down, but Sesame Soldiers completely bamboozled until they were running out of time.
The stars aligned for Astra right there, and getting that kill over onto Pookie right there at the exact second that the tripwire was shot down absolutely sold that and kept the Dream alive here. Now they have some guns, a little bit more utility coming in, and they have a ton of ults available. You'd expect to see CU coming in with the finger guns here as soon as they decide which site that they want to go.
Oh, well, they're not going B. They're not going B with Spud Sauce and all this utility going out in main unless they decide to go around, and now the camera being shot down too. I think they've got to rotate.
They've got to rotate, but they don't want to take on Pookie here as... Ooh,
He did a 360.
Oh man, Byung just showing off right there. I don't think that you want to push A into all of the traps. It hasn't worked out for them, so I think they're going to commit to B here, and it seems like... Yep, wall coming down. They're going to go ahead and push onto site, but
30
it's
seconds
been
left.
sniffed out already by the Sesame Soldiers. Finger guns coming out here for CU, managing to find out Spud Sauce. That's absolutely massive. Bell with the reds, giving back the numbers advantage here. Fortunately, CU going down. Managing to find 2, though. That's absolutely massive. And you have the full tower control once again here.
Last player standing.
Lemon punishing the push, but instantly traded out by Pookie. This double tower control is so strong. They can double swing this, peek over onto Pookie. The spike is down in a very awkward spot.
No problem.
And the double peek is there. Slim J able to clean that up. And now this is a little bit of a scary situation here for Sesame Soldiers.
That was a really great Cosmic Divide to get onto site. I'm not a fan of peeking the wall so early and cost the defenders a couple of bodies there. And then, obviously, it works out. I mean, it very clearly worked out in favor of the Kafka's Kittens, but it's all thanks to that Cosmic Divide and then the aggressive push by Siu to get a couple more kills.
Well, in the Cosmic Divide, also one underrated feature that I don't think it doesn't play a huge impact, but it can definitely throw you off, is everything on the other side is completely muted. So nobody had any idea that CU had ulted there until they peeked the corner. Oh, we have a request for a pause.
I mean, that's the round has started. It's kind of hard to pause a game here, but Pookie is able to spot out Bell, and I think they kind of anticipate this A push here, Zader.
Yeah, A push coming out, very aggressive lines, and we're gonna see again the push out to try and regroup here as a team. 20 backing out instead of taking the fight. Shimmy Shimmy is gonna throw a couple of knives down, try and delay some of this push. Poogie and Young managing to find the kills, and Corny on the flank, able to close this out. 13 to 11 going in favor of, excuse me, Kafka's Kittens.
The Sesame Soldiers.
Sesame Soldiers.
They've really came through in the clutch there, and I'm surprised that the Kafka's Kittens actually went to A. It's never really worked for them. You've mentioned that the Cypher traps were there. I mean, I don't like them going to A directly, just because it just has not worked out when you face off against literally the entirety of the Sesame Soldiers defense. They've been dominant on A, but then again, like it's so hard to go to B directly. I like the idea of them playing slow. When the Kafka Kittens played fast, it hasn't really worked out for them, and in this case, the Sesame Soldiers holding their ground, and Corny in tower getting the last 2 kills helps the Sesame Soldiers improve their record to 2-1.
Yeah, and I mean, coming out on Fracture, I had mentioned it earlier in the game, but it's important in every game that you do your retakes as a team and it's coordinated, but especially here on Fracture where the rotations are so big and there's so many different angles that you can approach from. Being able to back out, you saw Corny, instead of trying to take that fight, immediately went over to ropes, try and get a different angle, try and buy a little bit more time for the team to be able to come in and take a full-on fight, and fortunately managed to catch 2 people from behind. But once you see that coordination start to develop on defense, because Fracture's still a relatively new map, it's still a little uncomfortable, but once you get into that rhythm with your team, it's been absolutely solid for defense on both sides. Kafka's Kittens had the same exact thing, a little shaky on defense. As soon as they started getting their team coordination together, it was immediately a 3-0 run there, I believe, in the first half. Of 5, actually.
This entire game has actually just been runs. First 2 rounds won by Kafka's Kittens, and then 5 rounds in a row by Sesame Soldiers, and then 7 rounds in a row for Kafka's Kittens, and then 7 rounds in a row for Sesame Soldiers. And both teams are very momentum based, and in the end it was pretty close, but it worked out in favor of the Sesame Soldiers.
Yeah, and Fracture in and of itself is a super snowbally map. Ever since it first came out, it's usually you get a whole bunch of rounds in a row until the enemy team starts figuring out what it is that you're doing, and then they start shutting you down as you're trying to explore your other options and what other ways to play. So not too surprising to see so much of a snowball there, but obviously coming out from the Instigators, they live and die by the momentum there. So super interesting map to see, but I think that plays in just perfectly with the way that all of the Instigators like to play from what we've seen.
All right, so that's the first game in the books. Hey, it looks like you're really enjoying this play-by-play. I'm just immersed by your ASMR voice.
I'm just kind of going today.
you just kind of took over there. Got me immersed into all this Fracture gameplay.
We're just kind of bouncing around today.
I would have been really immersed too, honestly, with Fracture being such a big map. So many things going on.
And it's not something that you get to see a lot in a tournament. Like I said, it's kind of a new map. A lot of people aren't 100% comfortable with it. It's still something that you see a lot of people dodge and comp. So being able to see kind of some new strategies and some just gameplay that we don't normally get to see coming out into Fracture, a lot of the mind games coming out, I just get really into it. You get swept up in it.
And at the end of the day, this is why I love Fracture so much. It just feels so different and so exciting. And I hope we get more Fracture picks in the next couple of games. I guess it's disliked because it's so different. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of said that it feels more like an arena shooter map than it does like a classic FPS shooter. It's not something that you ever really saw. Valorant kind of drew from Counter-Strike. That's the only other one that's really kind of this round by round. You have the objective, plant the bomb, get away. You never really saw that from Counter-Strike. And this is the first time that they've ever put a map out for Valorant that kind of follows this. There's so many different areas to go. Normally it's pretty formulaic that you have 1, 2, possibly 3 ways that you can attack. Having it set up where you have that giant rope in the middle and you have the underground, that opens it up so you have 5 different opportunities to be able to press and attack. So it's very different. It feels more like an arena shooter style map, which I think is nice. Yeah. It shakes it up a little bit. It gives you something new, but it feels a little bit weird to play on, especially like first couple times you play it.
It definitely is, and at first even I was really tripped up just because of how different it was, but I was just very excited that there were so many different ways that you can enter site, and retake is pretty straightforward, but just the idea of finding different ways to enter, whether it's A or B, there's so many ways you can get on there, and I think that's what makes me so excited whenever I play this map, to the chagrin of everyone else that's not like all the angles that they have to hold to stop me and my Killjoy from launching stuff at them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I'm not a super big fan of playing Fracture, but this is something that I was actually kind of talking to a few of my friends about. With casting, you don't really look at the screen that much. Like, you don't look at the crosshair that much. Instead, I find most of my time I'm looking over at the map. I'm seeing what the teams are doing. I have, the score screen of, how the economy is going to go and everything like that. So being able to cast it is really cool because there's so much activity. There's so much movement going on in the map and you just kind of get lost in what's going on over there. But as a player, you got to be able to focus on what's in front of you. You're not trying to look at the map, so not as much fun to play as it is to watch.
All right, it looks like we're going to get ready for our second game. It's going to be between Sogru and Easy and Friends. Sogru is 0-2 so far. Still a couple games left, though, to improve their record. They've got Melon, Jin, Dre, Drew, and Jess Press R. And then Easy and Friends are 1-1, and they are right now picking the... Looks like it's going to be Bind,
Yeah.
and now they're picking sides here. But yeah, Bind once again.
I really like Bind. I think it's a little bit of an attacker-sided map, but I think overall it's definitely one of the better feeling maps to play for both sides. And I think that there's a lot of outplay mental potential having those teleporters available to you. So I always like to see some teams just they want to run it straight at the point, and some teams are really big on we're going to full push up, be long, and then we're all going to take teleporter and go. So I think it's really interesting to see from team to team kind of how that strategy plays for them.
Oh, do they have a defensive coach here? How exciting. You know, that coach view is always interesting. It's basically like the view that you get when you are dead, but your teammates are alive. But you get to see all 5 people. I've always wondered, like, if Valorant actually had fan casts, would you like have someone be in that type of view where they only view like one side and then they're just like kind of in the game with them? I would wonder how fan casts would work.
That'd be interesting, yeah. I don't. Not entirely sure. That's an interesting concept.
It's a concept you see in, I think you only really see this in March Madness, NCAA March Madness. Those that are not familiar, it's a college basketball tournament held every March. And every time it's hosted on CBS, actually not CBS, I guess it's when it's hosted on TNT, they host like the main cast for the championship, and then they have fan casts where they bring like the radio casters for the team that usually cast the games, and they put them on like live TV, just for everyone to like see the view. So like if you win the game, everyone's just like going nuts, and when you lose the game, they're just like salty. But then that gets over the problem of like saying the announcers are biased. If you really think the announcers are biased, then you just go to the team cast, and they'll never say anything bad about your team.
That's funny.
Unfortunately, my team's never made it that far to have the fan cast, but it's always fun to tune into those.
Yeah, I haven't been super into basketball. I'm not a big follower of March Madness, but this sounds like a really interesting concept. That'd be interesting to see how that would go in a game like first-person shooter such as Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like we are just about ready here going into Bind. Unfortunately, I was not able to catch any of the games from Easing Friends. I caught a round or two here and there. What can we expect coming from them here on this Bind map?
A lot of, I feel like everyone in this tourney has been aggressive. Easy and Friends weren't able to win against Valicy, but there was that Bind. Which one was the Bind game? I don't remember. Wish I wrote that down. Might have been against Kafka's Kittens. That was a really close game, 13-10. Kafka's Kittens versus Easy Friends. They're 1-1 right now, and we'll see if the momentum continues in their favor after winning their last game of the day. And they've got to face off against Sogru. They haven't won a game yet, but very close games between Sesame Soldiers and between Valicy. And it looks like we'll see if they change any of their strategy. here as we see the hovers going in and chamber hovers and the okay, I guess everyone likes Jet here.
Trying to protect the stream snipe with the 2-minute delay. You gotta respect it.
Yes. So once again, what's kind of exciting about Bind is those teleporters, and I feel like each team uses the teleporters in different ways.
Yeah, it kind of just varies from team to team. Some teams just absolutely hate using them, and they'll just use it as decoys to throw something in, try and see if they can fake out the enemy team. Some teams just love doing a full rotate through it.
Select
So
your
it'll be
agent.
interesting to see who is going to be the one, or what kind of strategies each team is going to go with, whether they ignore it or they want to play off of it here.
And Sam Gup Sol locking in that Sage, and my name is really long. With that Reyna, we've seen this before. The Reynas in this tourney have been absolutely fantastic. Absolutely box office. Cham Ki Loom on the Killjoy, then Harangnabi with the Jet, and then Justin using the smokes, and if we look on the other side, we see Ninja Tuna on the Brim, Melancholic on the Killjoy, Drew on the Raze, Dre, Yoru, and Jin using the Chamber. We've seen some pretty cracked Reynas and Chambers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like the Reynas have kind of ran away with it, but that's just the way that Reyna plays. She's very snowbally. Once you get that first kill, you don't get to use much of her utility other than just the flash going off that. But the Reynas have been pretty standout in this tournament so far, so I'm interested to see how My Name Is Very Long is going to be playing this here.
So we're observing Mr. Cookie Jars at the moment, I believe, or Monkey. I'm not exactly sure. And yes, it is Mr. Cookie Jars. So thanks so much for observing for us as we head into the second game of the match. It is Easy and Friends on the defending side versus So Gru on the attacker side. The Killjoy Molly coming out from Melancholic. The Killjoy is going to be very important in this game. Fake teleport, that's huge. With the oh my goodness, the two nades coming out from Drew, and now here to go onto site, going for this plant. A 4v3 situation after My Name Is Long gets a kill. Jin trades off with the Ghost. 4v2 in favor of the attacking side.
Immediately development right there. You saw their go sign, immediate aggression coming out here from Soguru. We saw this a little bit yesterday, and they're keeping with the status quo here. On the flank here, KJ managing to find out Melancholic little KJ on KJ violence here, with Dre with the trade is going to leave it just down to Justin. 1v3, Jen is super low, but Dre is able to capitalize, close out the round, and should be able to take this second round here pretty easily with the eco advantage you get from that first round win.
And so a nice round there for the attacking side. So Gru, and they go up 1-0 pretty early. And nice execute going on to B. Usually it's really tough when you have to face off against, another team that has some Sentinels here. You see the Killjoy setting up on A. So they got 3 on A, 2 on B, and So Gru looking to attack A right now. Playing it slow. They've got 3 through showers. Smoke coming out from Omen here. Justin. And that's actually going to delay this push on to site.
Slight delay, but that's going to bring out the full rotation here from the defending team. Easy and Friends, they're going to be ready for this push. Already set up. They moved the KJ utility over.
That turret going off. It's going to be, I guess they already know the info anyways. They're going to actually leave Cham Ki Loom there to check out what's happening on A, keep him occupied as the rest of the entourage going over to Hookah. Oh, actually, is Dre trying to challenge this here in showers?
Fake teleport.
And meanwhile, going on to B, here comes Sogru, and right on top of the box, just an aggressive play. Oh, the shorty coming out, but traded out. And now here comes the plant from
Spike
Ninja
planted.
Tuna. A 3v3 situation. And Easy and friends, here they come through CT, trying to get back on site. And there's the Killjoy, trying to find their way on. Gonna go through elbow. And a nice setup here from Killjoy.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. You see Haranabi finding out the Omen. Melancholic able to take advantage of that. Haranabi gets the trade onto the point. And now we have two
Player
long
standing.
hold, but those KJ grenades aren't going to let them get over to Spike as Drew gets the cleanup as the collapse comes in. You kind of expect that second round win, but that was actually really close coming out for Easy and friends there.
Yes, 2 rounds on the road here for the attacking side, Sogru, and they go up. They're led by Drew, who had those 2 nade kills earlier, and then the Spectre as well. The aggressive play on B has been working out for the attacking side, and now we see the aggression is going to continue through Hookah, going to be met by the Sage Wall from Samgyeopsal. Oh, but the instant wall here, they gotta blow it down for this Raze lineup. Oh my goodness, it sneaks through! Look at it go! Yeah, no fear. Here comes the entourage from Sogru. Nade going towards backside, so huge. Oh, but the spike carriers now,
Down B.
thanks to My Name is Long, really long, trying to extend their list of kills, and they do. 2 kills for the Reyna for Easy and friends. Oh my goodness, and the wall bang here as well. Nothing is stopping My Name is Really Long.
Yeah, huge kills coming out right there. Wall bangs, being able to shut down this so aggressive push here. And now you have a 5v2 situation. You're setting yourself up really pretty for the next round. Being able to keep all of these guns you just bought.
One enemy remaining.
Haranabi able to get information that they're still up in Hookah, and they can have the quick run up.
Yes, yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we saw that on the stream. Chum Ki Loom on the flank and waiting patiently for that rotation. You just can't wait that long. And the defense works out as Easy and friends go on the board. It's 2-1.
And that was absolutely huge there. All of those kills coming out from My Name Too Long. That's just going to save you all of the eco. They only lost 1 person during that round, so they're able to bonus out with all of these ARs. If they can manage to win this round, they should see a momentum swing just based purely on economy here. We do have an A push developing out early. They're liking these shower pushes. 2 going up, Yoru out through mid. If they can get a fake, they could potentially get the easy info. See the orb being grabbed by Melancholic here. That's going to signal that Easy and friends are in the right spot. They're just going to keep holding down this A.
Yeah, and Melancholic and the squad here for Sogru just waiting patiently. You saw Easy and friends had 4 on A, and now trying to rotate back to normal, but Sogru is playing it slow, and Dre already using one of those teleports. Could use another one. Cause a true gate crash here. Does have the fake out, but they are just all bunched up here, looking to see where they're gonna go. And now they execute, and here comes the drone. Oh, they shot the clone. And onto site, here comes Sogru. Chamki-Loon with the kill, and they're still gonna get the plant down. 2 kills from Jin and Drew. Another one. Justin takes out Drew. Now 2v2. Here comes Samgyeopsal and Justin. And the Omen has heaven control here. Like this move here through Hookah. Trying to get 1 pick. Jin takes 1.
Enemy remaining.
Now a kill here from the Sage. And Jin with the 3K to give the attackers a 3-1 lead. Way to go, Sogru.
Yeah, that was... I like that play from Sogru. They've traditionally been a very aggressive team. But playing slow like that, I thought for sure that Easy and Friends were going to stick that one out with the four-man defense over on A, but fortunately for Sogru, their patience paid off. They were able to take a little bit easier of a fight getting over onto site, and then some clutch plays coming out, managing to shut down the retake coming out, but I'm liking their adaptation. They're not afraid to shake it up here, and I think that's going to come out and play a very crucial role as Justin almost getting the trade out here on Drew.
And they've got everything clogged up here in Hookah. That showstopper was a little bit reckless. I don't know if that could have done some damage.
You should run.
And now the lockdown coming out from Melancholic. Here they come onto site. And one kill here for the Killjoy on Sogru. Here comes the plant as Drew gets another kill. Oh, Dre has committed to this! Oh my goodness, that's disaster struck here. And now a 4v3 situation, but a couple of attackers very low. And the Hellfire going through. My name is really long coming out. The Leer. Shots coming out. Drew's got to back up. Now a Marshall killed by Harangnabi. Spike is planted up there on top of that too. Oh, nice game sense here. Saw that little pixel, and now the Maul is being shot. Melancholic's got to push this. Bring through. The whole Outrage is here. Oh my goodness.
My name
unbelievable.
Respecting it, letting off the spike. It's already half the challenging right here. Melancholic peeking around just a tad too early, and my name is too long and is able to capitalize off of that.
There.
That play from Dre, I really like the ambition behind that, but with the teleport, being able to come out of that, there's still a slight delay and got stuck in the animation. That could have been two massive picks there. Or not from the teleport, the I can't remember the name of yours, Ultimate. But the invisibility that he had, just a little bit too aggressive there. But we do have a save round coming out and immediately picking up a gun, getting that kill down onto My Name is Very Long. That's going to give him a free Vandal here.
And this is something that we've seen as a theme for a lot of these teams in the tournament, that they get a little bit too aggressive once they win a round, and it sometimes has cost a couple of teams. Now you see the Vandal on Drew, and they can look to get more guns. Could be, we'll have to see what happens here as the attacking side Sogru just hanging tight outside of bats and short, and they've been doing this a lot, Zader, playing it very slowly.
Yeah, it worked out for them the last time that they played slow, and right here you're on short buys.
Yes.
Drew, the only one with a real gun right now, and now they have to go in hard and fast here, trying to buy a little bit of space. Drew doesn't quite see, manages to find one trade out.
Yeah, that's a nice trade there by Chomky Loom, and that's another one by the Killjoy. Now a 3v3 situation, and you can see all the attackers hanging out there in showers. That's gonna be so dangerous. You got the Court of Force coming out. Oh, just so much damage. Justin peeks. That's one kill. Now Dre trades off. They see Melancholic, another one. The flash, and just great crosshair placement by the Jet for Easy and Friends as they tie it up 3-3.
Right now. So far.
Yeah, that was really strong. I don't know if you caught that, but Jin was able to, when Drew went down right next to Tetris right there, the triple box stack, he was able to grab the gun and teleport back, being able to give his teammates the Vandal and switch out to the Headhunter for himself was actually super huge for them that round. Unfortunately, flashes went a little bit weird, and a couple of tags came out that they weren't able to close that out for Sogru, but really like the heads-up play coming out from Sogru right now. I think they're figuring it out right now. They're learning the patterns. They know when to play slow, and they know when to play fast, and it looks like they're going to go hard a little bit here, and they might have this A rotate once they've shown all the aggression.
Yeah, And they've liked to shoot down the Sage Wall from Chamki Loom and I'm sorry, Samgyeopsal there. And now the clone going out onto B, but you know, every time they've shot down the Sage Wall, they've gone on a rotation. It would seem to be obvious. And now we have the Killjoy utility on A that Sogru's gonna have to challenge, and Chamki Loon's gonna be able to win that battle and hang out in U-Haul still with plenty of health remaining. But now here's Melancholic with the Killjoy lockdown as Ninja's Tuna looks to plant. Now to teleport over. Where is Justin? Justin cancels. And a couple of trades here on site. Here comes the defending side, Easy and Friends. Jin and Harambe get some kills. Dre and Justin as well, 1 remaining. It's going to be up to Jin. Hanging out there A short. Gonna try to get some height over the Omen smokes. Peeks over. Nice kill, isolating the defending side. And now the Paranoia coming out. Justin gets a half. And a great swing by the chamber. Oh, so inspirational was Jin as the attacking side Sogru goes up 4-3.
That was so unfortunate for Dre right there. Justin right behind him actually had no idea, was ready to run in and pop some utility, but caught Dre right around the corner over by Pipes and CT, managing to get that kill. Putting a little bit of an awkward position out for Jin, but playing it cool, not overheating. Jin managing to catch 2, keep the round alive, put his team up by 1 point here going into the 8th round.
Now, Sogru with the leader playing it slow once again. They have their party of agents separated, 2 going through back, 2 going through long. Spike biased a little bit towards B. Melancholic picking up the ult orb, met with the Sage Wall. That's huge. Usually that Sage Wall is there in Hookah.
Yeah, interesting that they decided to put it out over by Showers. I think they wanted to deny any kind of... They seem to be switching back and forth right here for Sogru on which site that they want to push on. So I think they figured, might as well put it down here, see if we can send somebody over. And you see this rotation coming out from Easy and Friends already. Over on B, trying to make this a little bit tougher to put down. The KJ Maul is coming out here. A nice pickup for Drew.
Pretty much onto site, but the Spike carrier just got taken down by the Sage on the defending side. And that is huge. Usually it doesn't work out. And now the showstopper after the kill. Drew looking for more. Nade coming out. And wow, all of a sudden, after those 2 kills and the nade coming out from Drew, they can pick up the Spike and then go for this plant. Going to be up to Chamki Loom. Pops the mollies. Oh, massive damage. Stays alive. Now I'm going to plant default here, Drew. Here comes Chamki Loom. And Melancholic with the 3K.
And Chamki Lu has been absolutely massive with all of this KJ utility. Always seems to be in the perfect space. Always has great timing. And I mean, on that one, if Drew was tagged up a little bit more, I think that would have been round over to Easy and Friends. Fortunately for Sogru, Melancholic holding it down over in Hookah, able to bring it 5-3 here.
On my mark.
I'm really liking the way that Sogru is playing this. They're mixing up aggression, they're mixing up playing back a little bit, and I think it's throwing off the rhythm of Easy and Friends here.
Now they've got everyone on A. Sogru here, trying to shoot through the Sage Wall. It's been placed in different locations every time. But now the crosshair placement from Jet, Harangnabi getting those 2 kills. So now the numbers advantage in favor of Easy and Friends. A little bit tough here. You can see the confidence disappearing from Sogru. But nice kill here from Dre. Oh, but the Spike here is killed. My name's really long. Shoots, looks away. Oh my goodness. Oh, that could have been disastrous, but Harangnabi with the 3K works out in favor of Easy and Friends.
Yeah, Harangnabi able to pick up those kills, absolutely crucial, because you saw both Justin and Chamki Lum were still sitting over onto B. They were expecting that rotation to come out. Sogru traditionally, when they've lost somebody on one site, they try to rotate over to the other. They think they've sold it. They think the rotation's coming out. So Easy and Friends look like they're picking up on the pattern a little bit. It is a little bit late in the half, but it seems like they're kind of figuring this out. Huge kills coming out from Iran Navi, able to prevent Spike going down and forcing a save round here coming out from Sogru.
And they're slowed by the stage wall. They try to shoot it down with the frenzy. It doesn't really work that way. And now stuck outside A short is the entire Sogru squad. Oh, I think they might have jumped over. Oh my goodness, yeah, maybe they did break through it. Yeah, and they certainly did. Completely missed that. The Omen Smokes were covering that gap in the wall, but still unable to get through because of that one way. And a nice kill here from My Name Is Really Long. Looking for more, but that raised nade coming through, trying to push back. But even with all this utility being thrown, it's just been so hard for Easy and Friends to get onto site. And now here comes the teleport by Melancholic and the rest of the squad, leaving behind Dre.
I was wondering when we were going to see it, but we finally got the teleporter, but Justin holding it down. Oh, friendly fire
remaining.
there.
Spike down B.
Wow, unbelievable.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that raise kill there, but the Killjoy mollies coming out from Chom Ki-loom, and she was able to get another one with the Spectre, and Dre, who was left behind, didn't go to the teleporter and probably won't be able to pick up the spike here. Oh, but a kill! Gotta look for this Killjoy. Where is she? Oh, Dre doesn't plant! Oh my goodness, risky! That is so risky, and Chom Ki-loom is able to profit off of that decision.
I like the play there from Dre. Faking the plant spike, expecting for Chom Ki-loom to push up into that to try and take the aggressiveness, trying to see if they could catch them off guard there. Fortunately, it didn't work out, but I like the heads-up play here. I think Dre has a lot of really good ideas for some plays. Some of the execution is just not 100% there just yet with this new Yoru.
Now here comes Sogru going on to B. And we see this before, they take it slow, they see the turret.
You want to play? Let's play.
Now the nade coming through, bounces off the box this time. We need to count how many times the raised nade makes it all the way to the backside. Definitely taking it slow. I think the Omen Smokes makes it so hard for them to get onto site here, Zader.
Yeah, trying to push through all of this utility. You have the Omen Smokes, and you know this KJ is set up, so you have to respect your spacing. You don't want to pull straight in, because you know you're going to get punished by it, but instead Drew just jumps over all of them, catching up with Dre, getting the pick off onto Justin. Spike's going to go down. We have the KJ ulti just to make sure that all the room is there. Orbital Strike coming out from Brim, trying to clear out the corner.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the lineup was almost there. Jin not able to connect.
And that is so huge, and now the lockdown coming out from the Killjoy on the defending side, and a couple of kills here. Oh, things getting a little interesting. Time's running out though. Last one standing is Ninja Tuna. But the Orbital Strike was used earlier. Gotta use the molly. Oh, it comes off! And it bounces off the box! Oh no! Off the backboard! It doesn't connect.
You hate to see that. That could have been, that would have been a round winner for sure right there.
Last round in the half.
Oh gosh, I think we need to add like a hoop and like a rectangle or something. Gotta assist that little molly there. Oh, just so unfortunate, but it works out in favor of Easy and Friends.
Yeah, and here, going into the last round and a half, you have a split buy coming out here from Sogru. They definitely needed the win on that last round. Unfortunately, they're not going to get it, and here we have Justin holding down an op. Going B just isn't an option right now, so they're going to have to fight their way through onto A. A slight push coming out over into showers. It looks like they want to hold down main, see if they can get a pick off, see if anybody is out over into heaven. But the peek, a little bit too slow, and Hrang Nabi able to pick up Dre and the information that somebody else is there.
And once again, not being able to get onto site here is so Gru. They've had such a difficult time going on, and it's led by the Jet. But here comes, my name's really long, and now a firefight here. Drew, Melancholic, and Samgyup Sol. And, oh, they canceled the plant here. They're a little bit spooked out. So Gru.
Fake plant. I think you take teleporter here. I think that's the original idea, but they have no idea that over into lamps.
Spike down A.
And now here comes the showstopper.
Ooh.
Oh, Justin able to get away. Gotta pick up the spike. Switches over to the Vandal. Picks it up next to the truck. Gonna go for this plant. Once again, a fake plant.
30
Oh, it
seconds.
fakes out the ult.
Last player
Oh, they
standing.
isolated this. Oh, that is so huge from Drew. Now it's gonna be up to Justin and Drew. That paranoia coming out. Now here comes the plants. It's gonna be an op
Spike
versus a
planted.
Vandal. Drew moving away, going into U-Haul. Gonna hang out there.